Welcome to everybody. I'm Petra and I'm happy to be here today because I have prepared a video that is incredible and above all very useful for all of you who want to change their life. In fact, today I want to reveal how to unlock the energy of gratitude to attract more positivity into your life and align with your highest potential. For a moment, imagine that your life is a radio. For years, you have been stuck on a station playing a song you didn't choose and probably you don't like. A loop of stress, old habits, and the same predictable tomorrow. In my previous videos, I explored the science of quantum entanglement, the fluid self, and the importance of attention. So you now know that you are not a fixed entity, you are a shifting wave of possibilities. You have also learned that where you place your attention is where you place your energy. You have even practiced directing your attention to collapse the wave function of the life you desire. But let's be honest. You wake up, you do your 10-minute visualization, you feel like a king or a queen, and well, and then you walk into the kitchen. You see a stack of bills, you get a stressful text from your boss, you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and see the same person you were yesterday. In a heartbeat, your fluid self freezes back into its old, rigid shape. And here is the $1 million question. If we are fluid and if we can choose any reality, why do we keep snapping back to the old one? Why does the new you feel so fragile while the old you feels so heavy and permanent? This is what I call the quantum snapback. It's the frustration of knowing the theory but failing the application. But I can assure you, fortunately, that there is a biological glue that can lock your desired quantum state into place so firmly that the outside world can no longer shake it. So today, we are moving beyond positive thinking. Today, we are going to use the most powerful biological and quantum signal available to the human experience, the frequency of gratitude. This isn't just a thank you, it's the master command that forces your neuroscience and the quantum field to synchronize and to signal the universe that your future has already happened. So, we are going to learn how to stop wanting and start possessing. So, stay till the end, and I'll give you two powerful daily practices to overcome the quantum snapback. But now, let's go deeper. Most people fail at manifestations not because they lack willpower, but because they misunderstand their biology. When you decide to change, to become wealthier, healthier, or more peaceful, you are essentially trying to entangle yourself with a new quantum state. But your body is a record of the past. It is addicted to the chemical signatures of your old life. Every time you feel a familiar hit of anxiety or self doubt, you are collapsing the wave function of the old reality. You are literally pulling yourself out of the future and dragging yourself back into the past. In neuroscience, we say neurons that fire together wire together. In fact, if you spend 5 minutes meditating on a new life but 16 hours reacting to the old one, which state do you think is going to win the quantum tug of war? To stop the snapback, we need a frequency that is stronger than your environment. We need gratitude. In short, gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Because when you feel gratitude, you switch the brain from the survivor mode to the creation mode. If you are asking for something, you are signaling to the unified field that you lack it. If you feel gratitude, you are signaling that the event has already occurred. Gratitude acts as a chemical signature that tells your brain, which doesn't know the difference between an external event and an internal emotion, that the new reality is the current reality. But now, let's go even deeper. To understand why gratitude is so powerful, you have to look at your brain waves. Your brain is a masterpiece of evolution, but it has one major flaw. As already said before, in fact, it cannot tell the difference between an actual external event and an internal emotion generated by thought. When you live in stress, your brain is constantly scanning the horizon for threats. This puts you in high beta brain waves. In this state, your analytical mind is on high alert. It acts like a strict border guard, refusing to let any new ideas into your subconscious. This is why you can't affirm your way out of a bad mood. The border guard won't let the affirmation in. Most of our waking life is spent in high beta. This is the state of survival, competition, and fight or flight. In high beta, the brain is incoherent. It's like an orchestra where every musician is playing a different song, and you cannot create a new reality from a state of incoherence. But when you switch to gratitude, something miraculous happens. Gratitude is what we call an elevated emotion. It signals the body that the threat is over and the reward has arrived. In fact, as you feel grateful, your brain waves slow down from that frantic beta into alpha. Alpha is the state of relaxed awareness, the bridge between the conscious and subconscious. Here, the analytical mind moves out of the way, allowing you to rewrite your internal programming. The border guard falls asleep, and now you have access to the subconscious mind, which is the operating system of your reality. When you give thanks for a future event as if it has already happened, you are hacking your neuroscience. You are telling your brain the wealth is here, the health is here, the love is here. Your brain then begins to reorganize your neural networks to match that internal state. You are literally preconditioning your brain to recognize opportunities that your stressed self was too blind to see. But the real magic happens in your heart. When you feel genuine gratitude, your heart enters a state of coherence. This isn't just a feeling, it's a measurable rhythmic pattern. The heart produces the strongest electromagnetic field in the body, stronger than the brain's. By combining a clear intention, for example, the thought of your reality, with an elevated emotion, the feeling of gratitude, you create a quantum signature. You are no longer just thinking about a new life. You are broadcasting a signal that tells the field, this is happening now. But how can you be grateful for something that hasn't happened yet? Well, this is the gratitude paradox. Normally, we wait for something good to happen before we say thank you. We wait for the money to feel wealthy. We wait for the healing to feel whole. But in the quantum field, that is backwards. If you are waiting for the event to happen before you feel the emotion, you are signaling to the universe that you don't have a hit. You are vibrating at the frequency of lack. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. When you give thanks before the evidence appears, you are performing a phase lock. You are signaling to the unified field that the event has already occurred. You are collapsing the wave function of that specific possibility and making it your primary coordinate. Think of it like GPS. You don't wait to reach the destination before you enter the address. You enter the address first, and then the GPS locks onto the satellite. Gratitude is you entering the address and refusing to change the coordinates until you arrive. But let's make this practical with an everyday example. Imagine you go to a busy coffee shop. You order a latte. Once you have paid and the barista gives you the receipt, what do? Do you stand at the counter and beg? Do you cry and say, "Please, I really need this latte. I hope it comes"? No. You walk to the pickup area. You might check your phone or talk to a friend. You are in a state of absolute certainty. That receipt in your hand is the frequency of gratitude. You are already thankful for the coffee, even though you haven't tasted it yet. You aren't wanting the coffee, you are awaiting the coffee. Most of us treat our big life goals like a coffee we never paid for. We stand at the counter of the universe and scream, "I want it!" But we never pay with the frequency of gratitude. Therefore, the barista, that is the quantum field, never starts making the order. If you want a new career, you must feel the relief and pride of that career now. If you want a soulmate, you must feel the warmth and companionship in your chest while you are still alone in your room. That feeling is your receipt. It locks the order in. Now, here's the tip that most gurus won't tell you. Your body will fight you. Your body, in fact, is a chemical factory. If you have been unhappy for 10 years, your body is literally addicted to the chemicals of unhappiness. When you start feeling grateful, your body will experience withdrawal. It will send signals to your brain saying, "This feels fake. This isn't who we are. Go back to being stressed. It's safer there." And now, the most powerful part: how to handle the resistance. Well, it consists of three important steps. The first one consists in the knowledge of the old self. When a negative thought arises, don't fight it. If you fight it, you give it attention. And remember from our last video, where attention goes, energy flows. The second step is called the pivot technique. Instead of fighting the thought, simply say, "That was the old program. Thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm moving to a new frequency now." And the third and final step is the physical integration. So use your body. When you feel gratitude, stand up straight, open your chest, and smile. The biofeedback from your muscles tells your brain that emotion is real. You can't easily feel grateful while slumped over and frowning. Remember, the heart is the most powerful generator of electromagnetic energy in your body. When your heart is coherent, it acts like a tractor beam, pulling your quantum future toward you. Now, here is your homework to ensure this locks in for the long term. Every morning, before you touch your phone and before you let the outside world tell you who you are, spend 10 minutes in the Quantum Lab. The first 3 minutes are to slow the brain waves down to alpha, and it consists in a deep, heart-focused breathing. So you slowly breathe in and out, focusing on your heart. The second 3 minutes are for mental rehearsal. So visualize your fluid self taking the shape of your desired reality. See it in details. The last 4 minutes are for the lock-in. This is where you flood your system with gratitude, not just thinking thank you, but feeling the heat of it in your chest. Feel the relief the struggle is over. By the time you open your eyes, your job is to be so chemically altered by that gratitude that you feel like the person you want to become. If you get up as the same person who sat down, you haven't locked it in yet. Stay until you feel the shift. In addition, I have for you an even quicker practice, that is the quantum anchor technique. And it lasts just 68 seconds. It consists of 5 steps. The first one is to select one specific quantum state, the quantum state you want to experience. Not a thing, but a state. For example, don't just think of a new house, think of the feeling of peace and security that a new house can give you. Then close your eyes and breathe into your heart. Shift from your head to your chest. Summon the feeling of gratitude. Think of something you are already grateful for to prime the pump and transfer that feeling to your future goal. Say thank you as if it is a memory. At the end, hold this for 6 to 8 seconds. Research suggests that 6 to 8 seconds of a pure, focused thought is the tipping point where the thought gains enough momentum to start manifesting in the physical world. Now, if you do this every morning before your brain enters the survival beta of the day, you are locking in your frequency before the world has a chance to distract you. At this point, to sum up the most important concepts in short, remember, the quantum field doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. Gratitude is the state of being. It is the frequency that says it is finished. You have all the tools you need. You have the neuroscience, you have the quantum physics. Now you just need the consistency. You are the quantum architect. Your attention is the blueprint, your fluidity is the material, and your gratitude is the foundation that keeps the structure from falling down. When you leave this video, the old reality will try to talk to you. It will show you your bank account, your old relationships, your current stresses. When it does, don't fight it. Just smile and return to the frequency of gratitude. Say, thank you for my new life. It is already done. If this resonates with you, I want you to claim it. Comment locked in below to signify that you are no longer a victim of your past, but a master of your future. If you found value in this deep dive into neuroscience and quantum physics, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We are building a community of conscious creators here, and your energy is a vital part of it. In the next video, we will explore how to collapse time itself. Until then, stay fluid, stay focused, and stay grateful. We will see in the next frequency.